What if Pandora's box was not quite the curse or the usual conception of what it is in the Greek mythological tales? What if Pandora's box was the heart of man? And, Prometheus stole the fire from the gods, gave it to man, and in return, Zeus set Pandora loose with her box, opening the box and allowing all these terrible things that would plague man out into the world, into the external world. And just when hope was about to be released, the box was closed. That's what happened in the tale. But if all these terrible things that were, let's assume that Pandora's box was the heart of man, that what was left was hope, and the box was closed before hope could get out, and there would be hope for man. Usually it's a very cynical and negative idea of what is in store for man, or what everything, all the terrible things that have been released into the world were because of the fire that was given to man by Prometheus and Pandora and her box. What if the fire that Prometheus gave to us was spirit? And once we became awakened to the understanding of spirit and what it was, and our own agency, our own ability to choose, all these things, in my idea, have been being released from the heart of man, but hope was snatched, kept in the heart of man. What if all the external pains that we see flourishing in the world, or that we've seen go into the world because of man's, more negative nature, more decrepit, greedy, angry nature, all those things became external and they were released from the heart of man. But hope was kept in the heart of man. Whether Zeus, in my analogy or my realization, depending on your understanding, whether he realized that hope being kept in the heart and every other bad thing being let out was going to produce fruit or not. What if hope became intrinsic to human nature? What if it became intrinsic to man? What if it is at the heart of man, and none of the other bad things that have been let out of that box of man's heart were intrinsic and only hope was? What if hope is the very seed of our hearts? And because it was kept in and not let out into the world, then that is our own intrinsic nature. And everything else became external, whereas the one thing that isn't, the one thing that's internal to man, is that hope that blossoms into compassion, that blossoms into possibility, because it's contained within us always. It's that energy source for all that we do that is good. And everything bad that happens around has nothing to do with what is intrinsic anymore. Because at some point, we became purely hopeful, compassionate beings because that hope was kept in and not let out like everything else. Anyway, it's just an idea. Thank you very much for watching. Keep that hope in your heart for everything in your lives. And all of you, have a wonderful day.